What is up? We are back. Like I said, DDG's been dropping semi-consistently the last, like, I mean, he's always pretty consistent to be fair, but, like, he's been dropping the last couple days type shit. So, I had missed a couple, so I'm trying to catch up on the backlog right now. We did one yesterday, we're doing another one today, we're going to do another one after this, I think. Maybe we might split it up a little bit. We're going to see. But he dropped another song, Never Do You Wrong. Man, it's really starting to seem like DDG do need a girl, bro. I mean, he wrote in the description of his last video, he needs a girlfriend, but man, this nigga in his feelings for real. This nigga on his lover boy arc just being like, damn, what if I did this? Oh, she could have done this. I could have did this. And when you start living on that shoulda, coulda, woulda, you're going to just start thinking of regrets. Personally, I'm a nigga, I try to live with no regrets. It's easier to do that when you don't overthink shit that's already done. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta be like, well, it's already done. I literally cannot change shit about it. No cap. You can change the now, but you can't change the then. You know what I mean? Even if it's like something like, nah, I don't recommend this. But if you were to go get your ex back or something, like, you gotta not think about all the things that y'all might have did to each other. If it's really in your heart that you want to get your ex back, you gotta just do that. Again, not recommending it. It's never the greatest idea, but can't tell people not to do what they really want to. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta feel that in your soul. You gotta do that, hoe. You gotta do that, motherfucker, for real. But let's get right into this. DDG, Never Do You Wrong. He edited it himself. I wonder how often he edits his own videos now. Like, now that he's got money and everything, like, how often do you think he really sits down and is like, I'm gonna do this one myself? It could be all the time. Some people are, like, kind of, like, very controlling with how they want the editing done. Just because I get it, because you have, like, a vision that you want, and not everyone's gonna be able to just, like, auto-see it the same way you do. But I do wonder. Low-key, DDG kind of does seem like the controlling type. Like, not in a bad way, but in the type where he wants to, like, have a lot of control over every aspect of it.
She just wanna ball with a nigga. I always wanna call on a nigga. How you press pause on a nigga? Shopping at the mall, baby, you can have it all. You just gotta keep it raw with a nigga. Gotta stand tall with a nigga.
There was a lot of gigawatts in my face for a second. But I think it's fire so far. I mean, it's cool so far. You know what I mean? DDG on some soft shit, you know what I mean? Like I said, he's lover boy arc for real. But, I mean, obviously, I do also like how the videos are getting edited so far. Like I said, I'm intrigued by how he's going off with this, but it's not something I haven't heard before. So I want to see if he changes it up a little bit, or does something like, if he really bars up, or does something unique, you know what I'm saying?
It's okay to fall for a nigga. Never do you wrong, I never do you wrong. She just wanna ball with a nigga. I always wanna call on a nigga. How you press pause on a nigga? Shopping at the mall, baby, you can have it all. You just gotta keep it raw with a nigga. Gotta stand tall with a nigga. It's okay to fall for a nigga. Never do you wrong, I never do you wrong. Rapper lifestyle, you just gotta stay strong. Hoes everywhere, but you know I'm coming home. When I go to sleep, you creeping in my phone. Why you don't actually let me show you on my own? Why you don't trust? This is love, not lust. Never gotta rush, you just need to adjust.
He's not like maximum level barring up, but he's barring up a little bit. Love, not lust, not need to adjust. Hold on. It's definitely enjoyable. Like I said, it's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like I've heard a million artists do a song like this. No cap, like the kind of like slow, just a little light on the production, but you know what I mean, the piano a little bit, just, I feel like I've heard better. I can't front.
Why you don't actually let me show you on my own? Why you don't trust? This is love, not lust. Never gotta rush, you just need to adjust. Feel more connected.
That love, not lust bar, I mean, when he says that, that's hitting though. Like, baby, need to address love, not lust. He is hit when he said that. That is hitting.
Every time I touch, hope for a baby every time I bust. I feel connected whenever we sexin'. You said I'm the best as I pull up and bless it. Burgers and necklace, you hotter than Texas. I'm coming in seconds, that pussy impressive. When I get in it, we go till we finish. I'm all in your mouth like I work at the dentist. Took you to Lennox, you want it, I spend it. You try to prevent it, cause you independent. She just wanna ball with a nigga. I always wanna call on a nigga. How you press pause on a nigga? Shopping at the mall, baby, you can have it all. You just gotta keep it raw with a nigga. Gotta stand tall with a nigga. It's okay. okay to fall for a nigga. Never do you wrong, I never do you wrong. She just wanna ball with a nigga. I always wanna call on a nigga. How you press pause on a nigga? Shopping at the mall, baby, you can have it all. You just gotta.
How you press? I just caught that. How you press pause on a nigga? That's some real shit though. Like I feel like a lot of girls be doing that. Right? They have some shit where like they'll be talking to a nigga, piss them off. They be like, I'm just not finna talk to him right now. Go do some other shit for mad long. Then like 6 months later, like they keep him in their back pocket. They start talking to a new nigga, da 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 da, right? And eventually, because they didn't do anything. Okay, let me really break it down, right? So this is what a girl would do, and I don't know if dudes would do this. Maybe they would, maybe they don't. But I've seen plethora of my girl that's friends. I've had girls do this to me. I know, I know. So they'll like talk to a nigga, like low key fuck with a nigga, and then he'll do some fuck shit, but it's not so egregious that he really fully deserves to be like completely cut off. But she's like, I'm not gonna fuck with him right now. Da da da. She keep him in the back pocket. Go start fucking with a new nigga, see if that works out, and then if that don't work out, the second she stop fucking with that nigga, she like, let me go try this out again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the weird shit they be on, bro. I'm getting PTSD flashbacks. Getting flashbacks. I can't. I gotta just move on. I gotta just move on, bro.
Raw with a nigga. Gotta stand tall with a nigga. It's okay to fall for a nigga. Never do you wrong, I never do you wrong.
No, that was cool. Like I said, it wasn't bad. It just feels like some shit I've heard from like I feel like I've heard plenty of artists do a song just like this, to be honest. Especially like also with the music video just being on about a bunch of girls. Not, like it wasn't too anything too unique or anything too crazy. And while there was bars, it's not like he barred up on some insane shit. If I'm gonna rate it, honestly, this feels like a definition of like a 7 song. You know what I mean? It's not bad. Like if you was out and it was just on, over some speakers or something, you wouldn't like question it too crazy. But like, I don't think I'd personally put it on. You know what I mean? Just casually listening to it. It's not my steez if I'm keeping it a buck. But you know what I'm saying? DDG, he may not hit every time, but sometimes he got them motherfucking bangers. I ain't gonna cap. We gotta throw back to old school lingo. Bangers. Bang, bang. Nah, but it's cool. As always, if you're watching the YouTube video after, come check out the stream sometime, and we about to swap over to the next video.